And good afternoon, Warp103 bringing another video. This time here we are doing our initial review of the T42 The Boys. So hopefully you'll sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above, and then of course hitting the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go. All right, now we're doing The Boys. Now, I'm taking you through The Boys real quick, and what I'm going to do is, like in the usual fashion, is I'm going to show off the tank and everything else, the skins, and then from there we'll go into the armor model, and of course after that go into the gameplay. Now, as you can see from the model and everything else, that you have a skin on it that, again, it's freaking, I call it freaking awesome. I love the skin. You know, the big ride, never meet your heroes. Again, if you're not familiar with the show The Boys, check that out on Amazon. I'm not going to get into all the details about it, but basically, if you're tired of the superhero shows, always the superheroes winning, and you want to see them take an L, this is the show for you. Now, it comes with a couple of different skins, and of course it comes with crew members. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show you the crew members. I was not graced with the crew members, so therefore, you know, I can't show them to you. You know, you can look at the article and it'll tell you the crew members it comes with and everything else of that. Unfortunately, since I wasn't graced with them, I can't show them. It is what it is. Now, but I have been graced with the actual camos. Again, you can see how the camos are. You can see inside it comes with the minigun right here at the top, and then on the other side over here comes with lots of guns. Again, welding, a mask, another set of guns, and basically soups hanging on the side right here. So this is one of the styles. Now I'm going to show you the other styles real quick, and then we'll go into the armor profile and we'll speak about the tank. All right, so that's the big ride one. Then the next one is the boys outfit. Now again, this one here I like as well. I'm parsing the red and black, so therefore that's always going to be my thing. It's going to be the color scheme I like. Now again, it doesn't have all the extra things on it that makes it look outright better, but again, skin wise it looks fairly good. I like it a lot. And then the last one is the outfit of the 7, and this is basically looks like a flicking clown thing. Yeah, if I'm trolling somebody or if I want to burn up their eye sockets and everything else, again, I like red, but the white and the blue mixed together looks like I don't even know. This one here is one of the worst ones out there and everything else today. Again, they could have did this one a bit better. Again, if this is what you're into, again, it does show Homelander, rest of it, but it doesn't show, I mean, how hard would it have been to put the characters right side up? They're literally upside down in the tank. So if I want to actually get a good fit of it, I got to try to do like, no. This is a mistake. Again, this could have been made a lot better if this wasn't, the characters weren't upside down. And again, right here, they look great. But then on the other side, you just have them upside, like someone painted this on it and basically screwed up. Now again, one side has it right, and then the other side, just no. But that's enough of that talk right there. Let's go into what everybody wants to talk about, and that is the stats. Now, we've got the crew inside of it. All these are 100% crews, and basically that's it. No other stats are added to it. Okay, now let's look at the average damage. The average damage is 280. Now I'm including inside it the super purging, and of course the last tank that was up for sale that was also a medium, and that's this CS52. Now again, I'm not basing a lot of the comparison on this one here because it wouldn't even fit in the same class, but I'm just having it there as a comparison so you can look and basically look for yourself. So the main comparison I'm doing is, since they're both American tanks, the super purging and the T42. All right, now on the face of it, again, it does more alpha, but the penetration difference, as you can see right here, that 12 penetration is enough to do a lot of different damage that this one can do, and I'll show you when we look at the actual tanks, the difference. Okay, so again, the Super P has a better rate of fire. Now again, this is what I'm talking about. Certain tanks, again, if you hit them the right way, you can track them and keep doing damage, and then you go back and forth between tracking and damage until a repair kit comes up and do that. With this one here, you basically cannot do it effectively, but you can kind of sort of do it. So again, that's fine. Now we're gonna go down. Transfer speed. Now this one turns faster by a way stronger. They have the same gun depression and gun elevation. Now the aiming time for the new tank is of course much better at 1.92 versus 2.21. The dispersion is a whole lot better at 0.32 versus 0.36. The damage per minute is slightly better by 49 at 1,926. Survivability though is where the change actually happens. Okay. Now, hit points kind of on the low side, whereas the Super P is 1,500. This is 1,350. Armor, hull armor. Now, this is where again a lot of people are going to get confused. The hull armor shows us like that, basically almost the same as the Super P, except for the rear of the Super P has more armor, and the turret armor, according to this, the Super P's armor is trash, and this one here has 216. Now again, watch the armor model when we actually put the guns up against each other, and you'll see why the Super P is going to come out on top. All right, weight. This is lighter. Super P, of course, is much heavier. Engine power, again, is lacking on engine power at only 500. Now, its top speed says 51.5. Trust that you're not going to hit 51.5 on a straightaway. No time, no way, no how. Not with this little bit of engine power. The Super P has a higher engine power and can make its 40. This is not making it. You go down the hill and get that boost though, yeah, they can help you out, but no, on a normal basis, that's not going to happen. All right, transfer speed. Again, transfer speed shows that it's a bit better. Okay, stationary, camo. Super P has better camo than the new tank. On the move, the camo of the Super P is better than the new tank. Again, not by much, just by a little bit, but you know, a little bit is enough. Spotting range, it does have 10 more meters on spotting range than the Super Pershing, and the radio signal really doesn't make much difference. Now again, we're not going into shell velocity and everything else of that because that's a different metric that's not shown on this one here. I can go into it. I'm going to tell you right now, the shell velocity of the T42 is basically super duper slow. That's the reason why if you're trying to lead your shots, yeah, you have to lead much more than Super Pershing. But its goal, which again a lot of people going to sling, not just for the penetration, but for the velocity of the rounds, you're going to sling goal in this thing like no tomorrow, because the shell velocity makes it over 1,000, and it's like oof, much better, and you can actually hit stuff. So that's one of the issues. Okay, so we've covered this right here. Let's go into the actual armor comparison. All right, now this is the T42. Now we have it against versus each other's gun. I always do it this way when I'm doing a comparison, so that way there you can see if these two tanks are facing each other. Now mind you, the Super P can only see tier 9s. The T42 can see tier 10s. Okay. Now look at your armor profile. Now again, this is versus the Super Pershing. It hits you anywhere in the front, it's going through you like butter. Versus your turret. There are spots on your turret where it's going to bounce, but there's a lot of sections on the turret where you can actually get a shot in and actually pin, I say on average about 50% of the time. Okay, versus the Super Pershing's gun. So the Super Pershing can basically blast you anywhere. Let's go you against the Super Pershing. Lower plate, nope. Upper plate, nope. It's turret face, most of it, nope. Now, again, there are sections where you can sneak in the shot underneath that can pin, or again, along the top if you pin. But if the super person is doing like this, or wiggling back and forth, nope. Now, I'm not even going with the gun depression angle, because if I go with the gun depression, that just leaves you with if you can hit the cheeks, you can pin. But then after that, just no. Whereas if I do the same thing, your lower plate still hittable, even your upper plate, it still can be pinned, again, by regular ammo. But yeah. So armor wise, even though on paper it says that the T40 has better armor, but reality says nope. Versus each other's gun, if they're fighting each other head to head, the T42 is going to lose majority of the time. Again, of course, skill becomes a factor inside it and everything else to that, of course, as usual. Or if someone's dabbing the 2 key, again. But I'm just talking about a straight up and down battle of equal people. The T42 is going to lose. Now, mind you, I keep saying this. This sees tier 10. This doesn't. So basically, you have a more powerful gun, a tank that's just a little bit slower, and I'm talking about in reality. On a flat level ground, they're about the same speed, so they're both, because of the rate strain resistance is and everything else, that they're about the same speed. I've tested this already, and for that by doing it, because I already know played the Super P enough and this tank here enough. So on level ground, going uphill, now going down the hill, the T42 has the edge. It can, go downhill, get away faster and everything else to that, and try to attempt to get away or try to chase someone down. It can do that. So after talking about this and everything else, you already see the feeling that I have, what I think about the tank. Let's go to the actual gameplay and let's test out. All right, you already seen how it looks on battle. Let's see what it can do in game. Now, again, stationary. Now, again, this is my best game. I've had a bunch of games inside of it and everything else to try to get a feel for it and everything else to that. So, then this is always my initial impressions. My impression could change later on. I again did try out different pieces of equipment. So, my thing is that its slowness hampers this tank so much because it really doesn't have the armor to go behind it. And yeah. If it's not all the way zoomed in, you don't hit much. Okay, so you see me pull back, tracks, fix the track, oof, tracked again. Oh, so basically right now, I'm in a tough spot. I'm about to get effed. Yep, there's the Borsig. There's Artie. There's the SU. So I'm down to basically, I'm fartable by almost any tank in the game. Meaning I'm a one shot for, again, almost every tank in the game. I'm still going to make this work. Now, for most people, it's like that. Usually at this point here, you're just effed. Nothing else you can do. But I'm not most people. Again, I tend to play more aggressive than most. So I'm kind of used to being in this position. I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I'm going to climb up the standing mountain that everybody climbs up to, but I'm not going to take the standing position that's over here and over there as well. So I'm like, okay, can I get shots in the middle? Now, again, this was on comms with Free and Stormer. So my job was simply try to get as much damage as possible, and hopefully these guys would feed me. And oh, there's T95. Right in the butt. Okay, let's do it again. Now let's peep the reload time. Now that was a high roll. Again, love when high rolls happen because they don't happen often enough and everything else that. But still, okay, that's another. So if we can get the T95 out of here, maybe this life can be simple. And then we see, well, crap, we have a CS in the middle. All right, now these guys are pushing in. Now, again, with it fully aimed in, accurate, you can hit your shots. If it's not fully aimed in, that's one of the things that's been happening a lot lately with a lot of the newer tanks. They make it that unless it's Russian, you ain't snapshotting. So since this is an American tank, again, you have to get that full aim in or you're not in it. All right, no problem, that's fine. You know, position yourself correctly and make sure you fully aim in, and you can take care of that, right? We can do this. All right, so again, we're sitting in the middle right here. We're just having a ball. Again, we're a one-hit wonder, and this CS is a problem. Now, there's not really much I can do about it. Again, I can stay behind this bush right here, hope the best that I don't get shot, and I'm like, okay, can I get shots on anybody else? Now, Storm is going in, he's doing his thing. He's making sure he gets everybody spotted. And yeah, I had a pixel, but he moved, so that shot didn't work. Boom, okay. So Stormer puts the guy out of his misery. My turn to see if I can shine a little bit. Now let's move people over a little bit. Move. Thank you. Track. Again, so accuracy wise, it's good. Now again, you have to remember I'm also using the accuracy module that's, you know, making me a bit more accurate than what the gun actually is. Now this is not a Brothers in Arms crew. Anything else of that, it has one skill, so you're getting the raw deal. You're not getting it with the tank showing you with 5, 6 crews and everything else of that say, oh, the tank is good. No, you're getting it almost raw. I mean, I have 6 cents because playing around 6 cents is just dumb. So, ooh, and nope, not reloaded yet. Okay, let me knock these buildings out of the way so at least we can get shots. Again, this reload time for your damage. Now again, some people like the higher alpha, so they don't have to be out in the open more for that. But I like the alpha where, and literally I can track you and keep you tracked and kill you with, so one shot to the track, one shot for damage, and one shot track back and forth. So that way I can get you dead and out of the way. This tank, you cannot do that with. The reload is not fast enough for you to do the tracking, you know, damage quotient. And unless you're tracking for damage, and again, the gun is not accurate enough to do that. All right, so right now, module, you know, I only got 700, well, say 770 in damage. Now I'm going to use my, I'm going to say stealth, but this thing is a fat boy, so it's not really stealthy either. But I have a trench right here that I can roll through, so I'm going to roll through the trench and try my best to make the boys work. Now, I haven't talked about the camo and they're gonna say that, you know, the camo looks great. Again, you can see it right here for that. The ride, again, the camo looks fabulous. Again, with the minigun on top of it, it does make the tank look pop out and everything else. So that, you know, even in a mostly black overall. So again, how it looks gorgeous. How it performs, on the other hand, is an issue. Okay. Now I see a T29 on that side over there. So I'm basically gonna pop up this little ridge right here and basically shoot some shots right into his butt. Again, a little bit over average, not by much. But again, I'm just popping over. Now note that I always have to, you know, get mostly zoomed in before I make that shot. Now, okay, here comes a shot. Artillery shot. Again, you zoom all the way in, you'll be able to make the shot. So going in for the SU, and you know, of course, checking behind me, make sure no one's there. Quick shot, boom, he's dead. Nice. I'm up to 3 kills. Looks like I did a lot of work, even though I'm not. I've basically been using it. Now again, I have to zoom all the way in, because if not, you're gonna miss. So 1,600, again, fairly good for the battle is in a tier 9. Would I buy this over the Super P? No. Again, the Super P is actually an older tank. You know, it only sees tier 9s. It has more pen than this tank here does, and that's really the issue. Well, this is Warp103 saying warp out, have fun. We'll catch you in the next one. Here come the post-game shots and my final thoughts on this. The boys need to go home. That's what I think of the boys. Now, as you can see right here inside that, got 1,601 in damage. It's just that it's really slow. I mean, really, technically speaking, as I already covered before, it's like that. It's better if I'm actually taking out my Super Pershing, which is tier limited, than this tank here. So yeah, I take the Super P over this anytime, any day. It just what it is. Again, you can see I was in tune with a couple of guys so that free another GC and everything else. So that, so again, overall, it's not really my cup of tea. Again, you have an older Super Pershing that's been in the game way long time, one of the original ones, and again, they're 2P outclass thing. That's just my opinion. It's up to you guys. It's Warp103 saying warp out, have fun. We'll catch you in the next one. Please hit the like, subscribe button. It will help the channel out. Until then, peace.